Hi guys, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. I just got home from interview number 1 of 2 today. I think it went pretty well, but that seems to be all I've been getting lately is calls, interviews, taking assessments, and then nothing coming to fruition. So, your girl is broke. Anyways, I posted on my community page that I've been fasting. Today is day 3. And I specifically, originally, I wasn't even going to do that. I was going to do 24 hours just through the full moon and eclipse. That was it. And then I thought, well, I'm doing okay. The second day, I'm just going to keep it going. I have to maintain a very strong mindset because it's not like I'm one of the lucky ones out there who I've seen millions of videos of, oh, fasting and I was in meditation and I went down to the water. Like, I don't have those luxuries in my life. The last time I meditated or fasted for 3 days straight, I was working at Burger King, okay? Like making food that was tempting me to all hell to eat. And I actually caved on the 3rd day and I ate 3 little pickle chips, pickle slices, because I was like, well, I'm definitely not going to eat the junk here, but I'm going to at least get some of this vinegar and cucumber into my gut because I'm about to be sick. I mean, I was running, cleaning, running shifts, making food, all that, and it was exhausting. So, if you're one of the lucky ones that doesn't have any responsibilities and you have just free time to be able to focus solely on your spiritual development, personal development, and healing journey, then props to you. Please be grateful for that blessing because a lot of us don't have that. So we have to get it in where we can get it in. Okay, so with that being said, what I did notice is I have felt super energized this morning when I was getting ready for my interview. I am a former addict, substance user, so I even thought to myself this morning, like, man, if I knew I could be feeling like this and zooming around, I would have never done, meth and coke and all that back in the day. So I was like, wow, this is cool. I didn't realize how energizing fasting can really be. Like I said, I haven't made it very far in my past attempts. Life, So with everything going on, Iran and elsewhere, I figured my main intention was to hold space in prayer, fasting, and meditation. Because when there's so much traumatic energy rising up, and pain and grief and fear and sorrow and anxiety, all those energies just envelop unless we individually do our part to try to counter it or to pray blessings and healing in contrast to it. So that was my goal. I take the mindset of, if my fellow brothers and sisters out there are grieving and suffering and losing the way that they are, I can go without this little thing. I can deal with the discomfort that I'm feeling. And I believe Jesus' example when he specifically told the apostles that certain entities cannot be released, exorcised, purged, unless through prayer and fasting. Well, The demons of war and genocide and blood and murder, they're powerful. They're very powerful. They take out scores of people in one hit. So our defense is to be more powerful than their evil. Grand Central, as always. Now, the dreams that I was having last night were confirmed in a synchronistic way with other people online who were commenting certain things that had exact similarities to what I have been dreaming at night. Okay? So, last night was the craziest. It was so real that it took me a while when I came to and started to wake up. I had to kind of ground myself back in this reality again. So, what I will say regarding that is we have a very popular grocery chain here in Florida called Publix. Some of you may have heard of it. It's a southern grocery chain. They have a store 1 block over from my house, which for the last year was torn down, and construction crews have been building a new store for them to open. And the whole time I'm thinking, wow, what a mismanagement of resources and money. With a perfectly good building right there, you could just rehab it and use the same building, but demolish the whole thing to the ground, underneath, level it, and rebuild from scratch just to open the exact same company store. So my dreams last night, I was seeing buildings and cathedrals and temples and all kinds of ancient structures above ground and underground being demolished in different ways and then rebuilt. However, the materials that were being used were very low vibrational. So you take into consideration some of these ancient structures that were built with stones and have a vibratory harmonic resonance to them, right? And let's say it was a temple of healing, and the energy that's imprinted in that structure could heal you. Well, certain structures are meant to harmonize with the earth and with nature, and it's a symphony when everybody's playing their part in the song. So with the destruction of these buildings and then using very low vibrational materials like concrete, it's messing with Earth's harmonics and ours and the animals and the plants as well. I also believe this is exactly what was done in the music industry by taking out certain artists who had angelic harmonies in their voices and now replace it with that brainwashing pop garbage, altered frequencies, and black magic. I mean, a lot of it's making sense of why certain people and places and things are removed and then replaced. This is all terraforming, geoengineering, all to make an environment that is habitable for augmented people who have already cut off their connection to source with their spirit, and they have uploaded their consciousness to the hive mind instead. They don't require air and water and food like you and I do to survive. They don't. Okay? So they're making an environment to suit their augmented bodies while depleting the very resources that we need to sustain ours. Okay? So I just wanted to share this. God's really speaking right now. And I guess my duty is to just share, observe, and report. Share. Love y'all. Have a great day.